I've had a lot of people saying to me and asking questions, and a lot of it relates to expectation. So I thought I'd address that just briefly today. We all have expectations of other people, situations, work, right? The list goes on and on about our expectations of how it should be and it could have been, all of that. So expectation itself has many, many meanings. And I think sometimes, once again, I'll relate to this balance that we're seeking all the time. And the word expectation can put us out of balance because of what we attach to it. So, of course, if we are working for someone, right, we expect to get a paycheck at the time every 2 weeks or a week or however it goes. We have that. That's an expectation. We figure people should be treated nicely. That's an expectation, right? If we're in relationship, we figure that person is true to us and we expect that. But where we go off track sometimes is where we have an expectation of someone else or a situation that where that person's coming from, that expectation that we're placing upon them is never going to be met. And then that causes all kinds of discord within ourselves and usually in the relationship. So we see it a lot of times in families. Mom has an expectation, especially with daughters, of how daughters should be, right? And then the daughters have expectations of how mom should be. But with all that everyone carries, many times people can't be what the other one expects them to be. And it causes a great bit of disharmony within the relationship. If we can step back and understand sometimes that where that person is coming from, our expectation may not even be feasible for them, but we want them where we expect them to be. And it doesn't play out, and it just causes such hardship and painful feelings for each other many times. And it works both ways. People have expectations of us, and maybe we can never be quite what someone expects is good enough or do it the way they want. They just expect it. But that's how they have been in this piece that they put into place. And we're all unique individuals. I'm not talking about disrespect of each other. I'm talking about those expectations that, well, they should just do it that way because that's how it's been done. And we have those expectations of others. Another place that's brought up to me a lot is young teens, okay? Living in difficult family situations, not easy at all. And they have an expectation a lot of times of what I'm going to say a mom, because most of the time it's mom, how a mom should be. And that doesn't mean that they think mom should give them everything and do everything for them. That's not what I see. I see more the pain of an adolescent who wants the mom to be loving and kind and supportive. What we think of, quote, is a mom, right? Mother's loving, kind, supportive, right? But maybe their mom doesn't have that ability due to illness, due to emotional, mental pieces, maybe addiction. And I work to help the adolescent understand that our expectation of what we want and think a person should be doesn't mean they can be that. And it's not that they don't want to be that. At this point in their life, sometimes they can't be what we expect them to be. So if we take that burden off of ourselves and off of that person and understand that at this time in their life, they can't be that, what I expect, and then look at the greater view of who else is put in our life many times who can give us those things we're searching for that maybe we expect from family or closest friends or whatever, that they cannot provide for us. Instead of getting angry and depressed and just alienating themselves or the other person, it's to understand that sometimes our expectations, what we expect someone to be, and they can't be that, will be so destructive to both parties. And it really does. I see it sets the adolescent free when they they look at it and they say, oh, they never understood that part. And then truly, I think even as adults, right, we have expectations of how our kids should be or how this one should be or that one should be. And where they are in their life, they can't be that. But we'll keep pushing to make it be that way, and it just causes such disbalance within ourselves and within the whole relationship. So that's just a thought for you today. Think about that the next time you come up with, something coming to you as that expectation. I expect that person to act that way. Maybe they can't. Maybe it's up to us to understand that what we need sometimes we won't get from that person, but there'll be someone provided to us that will help us with that role. Have a great day. Enjoy. Bye bye.